Hello everybody, this is Simply Sharon with So Simple Creations. I wanted to share with you today a handy tool that I have made up. This is for all my people that have a hard time with grip. I myself have carpal tunnel, which makes it very hard, but we're also thinking of those of us that may have arthritis or other issues that keep us from being able to grip very tightly. So what I have here are two little tools that I have made, just two different versions of the same thing and different color rubber on each one. So the first one here is actually made with a magnet and a little felt pad underneath, and you can also, first of all, use it if you drop your needles, because a lot of us that have a hard time with grip also have a hard time when our needles are on a table, for instance, and we can't get that grip to pick it up. So this is bigger, it's not too heavy, and you can just kind of run it over. And because the magnet is right in the center and this is a curved surface, you can see here that there's an ability to, slide this over and get a grip onto your needle. But the main purpose of this one is for my featherweight users that have the hand wheel knob over here, which if you're a featherweight user, you will. This piece right here oftentimes gets a little tight, and if you are trying to wind a bobbin, you want to disengage your needle, which means you have to grip this and usually get stuck to get it to do that small turn so that your needle's not moving up and down while you're winding your bobbin. Well, at the end you have to tighten it, and you really want it to make sure it doesn't come loose while you're stitching. So this right here, this tool here, it has a rubber grip on the end. It is made out of PVC from Lowe's. I will tell you that just because it's 1.5 inches here, your regular 1.5 inch PVC isn't going to necessarily work for this. So make sure that if you are trying to recreate this one yourself, you take your hand knob and you try to find the right piece for it. This one has a little lip on the inside, and that little lip is what gives me the grip I need for the hand wheel, and the rubber is what grips the grooves on your hand wheel. So all we do, I'll turn this here, is we take this piece and we lightly place that rubber right on that knob. Now, again, if you have a hard time gripping, there are usually different ways that make you comfortable. So whether that's an underhand turn, gripping it firmly from the side, or coming up and twisting down, you find your comfortable place, and then you just give it a light turn. And you see it really only takes here. I can hold it with my index finger and grab with my middle and my thumb. And right there, as you can see, I've disengaged my needle. And again, I'll put it on. I'm holding it with 3 fingers, and it is up and tightened. So that is how simple this can be. Now this one here that you'll see is a different style, and this one has these little lips on the edge, which are great too if you have a hard time with being able to really grip, because you can just kind of let it rest in your hand using those pieces. Now this one does have a little pin cushion on top. I really just threw in some thick interfacing and a piece of fabric and kind of secured it in there by twisting this on tight. So nothing fancy, and the same rubber's on the end, it's just a different color. And again, I just slide that on, and then again, if you have a hard time, you can just use those little knobs there, those little edges. I have disengaged the needle, put it back on, the other way twist, and you see the needle is up. Now sometimes if yours is really tight, you may have to put your second hand on the hand wheel so that you can keep the hand wheel from moving with it, just to help. Again, disengaged, on, and engaged again. And all I did was put a few fingers up here, and I used 2 fingers with this. Now, it doesn't take a lot of grip, whereas if I'm trying to move this, I have to actually put some pressure here. And that's what that rubber in here does for us. This is made of items that I have found at Lowe's, but I will be having some made up to sell, because at the end of the day, it is it'll probably be cheaper to buy one, for the sheer fact that this grip, this rubber that I have on it, isn't very cheap, and it does take it takes probably about 6 to 8 hours between doing all the layers and making sure that it hangs to dry properly. As well as this one, you know, you have to buy, I have the felt in it and the magnets. You buy the magnets, the felt, the glue, and you have to have a special glue because it's PVC, and of course sanding down any edges. So again, this is something you can make at Lowe's yourself. I'm not here trying to get rich off of anything like this. It's just a fun little way to help those out there that may have issues with their hands but still want to do everything they can for their featherweights. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Anyone who's interested in one, they will be $15 plus shipping, and you know, we are hoping to have different colors in the future, of course, for them, but it's just a fun little handy tool that I threw together because I realized that I'm not the only one whose hands are getting worse as I get older, and these featherweights are my life. So I want to make sure that I can take care of these and take care of myself and keep sewing. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, whatever time it is for you when you are watching this, and I'll see you later.